Have you ever wondered why some people seem to bounce back from life's toughest challenges stronger than ever, while others feel crushed and lost? What if the secret to unshakable strength isn't about changing your circumstances, but mastering something far deeper? Your own mind. Welcome to Kunzy Podcast English, where we dive into powerful stories and practical wisdom to help you unlock your full potential. Today we're exploring a life-changing question: how to become mentally strong. Stay with me, because the journey to true inner strength begins the moment you decide to listen. Let's get started. It all begins within, awakening your inner power. There are times when life throws you straight into the storm. Moments when it feels like everything is working against you. Your circumstances, the people around you, even the world itself. But here's the truth. What defines who you are and how far you'll go doesn't lie in the chaos outside. It lives in what's happening inside of you. Imagine this. Two people face the exact same crisis. Losing their job, going bankrupt, being betrayed. One collapses under the weight of it all, gives in, lets life sweep them away. The other stands up, wipes their tears, and rises from the ashes. What made the difference? It wasn't fate. It was their response. Not the circumstances, but their inner strength. Because mental strength isn't about how tough you are when everything's going your way. It's about how you hold your ground when the ground itself is shaking. It's the ability to reframe adversity, not as the end, but the beginning of something new. Not as failure, but as a priceless lesson. Not as loss, but as a chance to reconnect with who you truly are. You may not be able to change the world, but you can absolutely change the way you live within it. And the moment you stop blaming the outside and start looking inward, that's the moment you take back control of your life. When you can't change the world around you, change the world within you first. This isn't just advice, the first doorway to true transformation. Mindset is the foundation. You become what you think. Your thoughts are not just fleeting whispers in your head. They are seeds planted deep in the soil of your mind. And what you nurture grows. Those seeds sprout into emotions, actions, and ultimately the life you live. That's why everything begins with how you think. There was once a boy, smart, curious, and full of wonder. But the world didn't see that side of him. They called him slow, careless, not good enough. After hearing those words over and over, he started to believe them. Maybe they're right, he thought. Maybe I can't do anything great. Until one day, someone saw what he couldn't see, his true potential. They believed in him before he could believe in himself, and that changed everything. Here's a truth many don't realize. We don't see the world as it truly is. We see it through the filter of our beliefs. If you believe you're not enough, everything becomes proof of that belief. If you think you will fail, you avoid trying. But when you shift your mindset, you shift your life. Take a moment now. Write down 3 negative beliefs you've been carrying about yourself. Be honest. Then ask yourself, who planted these beliefs in me? Was it a teacher, a parent, or a failure from the past? And more importantly, are they even true? Your thoughts can become your prison or your path to freedom. The fastest way to break free from the invisible cage in your mind is to challenge those old beliefs and choose new ones that align with the person you want to become. Because the moment you start changing your thoughts, you open the door to the life you truly deserve. The power of discipline. True freedom is born from self-mastery. Many people believe that freedom means doing whatever they want, whenever they want. But this is a dangerous illusion. Real freedom isn't chaos or endless choices. It's the power to control yourself, to master your impulses, and to choose what truly serves your highest good. True freedom is the ability to say no to short-term pleasures that derail your progress, and yes to the actions that build your future. Think about someone who desperately wants to change their life, but struggles to wake up early every day. No matter how strong the desire to improve, without discipline, they stay trapped in the same patterns. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often lies in this invisible force. Discipline. It's not a punishment or a burden. It's a profound act of love toward the best version of yourself. It's showing up every day, even when motivation fades, because you believe in your own potential. Discipline transforms dreams into reality. It turns vague goals into concrete achievements. The path to greatness is paved with small, consistent actions repeated day after day. Start by committing to just one small habit. A simple promise like waking up at the same time, drinking enough water daily, or dedicating just 10 minutes to learning something new. These may seem insignificant alone, but every time you keep that promise, you reinforce a powerful message to your mind. I am capable. I can follow through. I am trustworthy. This growing trust in yourself fuels confidence and momentum. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's the steady flame that lights your way when distractions and doubts try to pull you off course. It gives you the strength to persist when the journey feels hard or lonely. Remember, freedom is not the absence of structure. It's the presence of control over your own life. When you master discipline, you break free from the chains of instant gratification and external circumstances. You become the architect of your destiny, the captain of your soul. This is the true essence of freedom, the power to live intentionally, purposefully, and with unwavering resolve. So embrace discipline. Cherish it as an act of self-love. Build it like a muscle with daily practice. Because with discipline, you don't just survive, you thrive. You unlock a life of meaning, achievement, and genuine freedom that no external force can take away. Pain is the greatest teacher. Turning loss into unbreakable strength, pain can either shatter you or rebuild you. It all depends on how you choose to face it. It's one of life's harshest truths that suffering is unavoidable, but what defines us is our response. The wounds that seem to break us can become the very source of our deepest growth. Imagine someone who lost a loved one, a loss so heavy it could have frozen their heart in despair. Instead of retreating into silence, they chose a different path. They poured their grief into writing, sharing their story with the world. Through that act, they not only healed themselves, but also created a beacon of hope for others struggling with similar pain. Their loss became a powerful message of resilience and compassion. Here's the hard truth. Pain is real, undeniable, and often cruel. But whether it leads to lasting suffering or liberation depends entirely on the mind. The same event can break one person and awaken another. It's the story we tell ourselves about our pain that shapes its power over us. A practical step you can take is to keep a journal. Write honestly. What have I learned from this hardship? Don't rush the answer. Allow your reflections to come with time. This simple practice rewires your brain, shifting your perspective from victimhood to empowerment. When you transform pain into wisdom, it becomes a force that no one can steal from you. It's your armor and your fuel. The scars you carry tell the story of survival, courage, and the remarkable ability to rise again. Pain, when embraced and understood, isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter filled with strength and hope. Clear goals. Power comes from purposeful direction. Imagine a ship lost at sea, its sails flapping aimlessly, tossed by every wave, with no sense of where to head. That ship is a perfect metaphor for a life without clear goals. When you don't know where you're going, every obstacle feels like an insurmountable barrier, every challenge like a cruel twist of fate. You drift, powerless, caught in the current of circumstance, unsure if you'll ever find solid ground. This is the silent struggle so many face, wandering through days, months, even years, without a true sense of purpose. But mental strength, real, unshakable strength, is born the moment you declare a destination. It belongs to those who dare to dream bigger than their fears, louder than the excuses, and stronger than the temptation to delay. Your goals become your North Star, a blazing beacon in the darkest nights, guiding your every step and igniting a fire in your soul. When fear whispers that you're not enough, your goals roar back, reminding you why you started. When habits drag you down, your vision pulls you forward. When procrastination tempts you to pause, your purpose demands action. Take a deep breath now and write it down. What do I want to create in the next year? Where do I want to be in 3 years? Don't settle for vague ideas. Dig deep. Be bold. Paint a vivid picture with your words. The clearer your vision, the more magnetic your energy becomes. Because clarity transforms dreams into blueprints. It turns hopes into plans. It moves you from surviving day to day to thriving towards something extraordinary. Without clear goals, life becomes a reaction, a series of endless responses to what happens around you. You live at the mercy of circumstance, tossed by the tides of distraction and doubt. But with a purposeful direction, you become the captain of your fate, steering through storms with courage, resilience, and determination. You wake each morning with a mission that fuels your passion, drives your focus, and sustains your momentum. Make it a daily habit to remind yourself of your goals. Whisper them to your soul when you're tempted to quit. Let them pull you out of bed on lazy mornings, push you through fatigue when your body cries for rest, and anchor you when storms rage outside. Your goals are not just words on paper. They are the heartbeat of your journey, the promise you make to yourself that no matter what, you will keep moving forward. With clear, purposeful goals, you hold the power to transform your life. You become unstoppable, because when you know where you're going, no wave is too high, no night too dark, and no setback too great. Your journey is yours to command, and the destination is nothing less than the life you were meant to live. Positive self-talk, the silent architect of your reality. Have you ever paused to truly listen to the voice inside your head? What stories does it tell you? Is it a harsh critic whispering, "You're not enough, you'll never succeed," or a gentle guide affirming, "You are growing, every step forward matters"? This inner dialogue isn't just background noise. It's the invisible force sculpting the very reality you live in. There's an ancient truth wrapped in the phrase, words can kill or heal. The words you choose to speak internally carry the power to either imprison your spirit or set it free. Each thought you nurture shapes your emotions, your decisions, your actions, and ultimately the trajectory of your life. When your inner language is filled with doubt and self-judgment, you build walls around your potential. But when it's filled with compassion and belief, You forge keys that unlock doors to unimaginable possibilities. Imagine your mind as fertile soil and your thoughts as seeds. What you plant and nurture determines what flourishes. Negative self-talk is like toxic weeds choking your growth, while positive affirmations are the sunlight and water nourishing your strength and resilience. Here is a profound practice. The moment you catch a negative thought, do not let it settle. Challenge it. Replace it with a statement that honors your journey. I am learning and evolving. I am capable of more than I realize. This act is not mere repetition, but a declaration of self-compassion and empowerment. Over time, this rewiring transforms your identity from someone limited by fear into someone fueled by possibility. Your inner words are the silent architects of your destiny. Speak to yourself with the kindness, patience, and encouragement you would offer a beloved friend. By transforming your inner language, you don't just change your thoughts, you redefine the boundaries of what is possible in your life. Your words create the blueprint for a reality where courage, worthiness, and unstoppable growth become your everyday experience. Embracing yourself fully. There is no flaw in imperfection. So many of us carry this heavy, silent burden. The belief that only when we are flawless, only when we have no cracks or scars, will we finally deserve love, respect, and acceptance. We wait for perfection as if it's the golden ticket to worthiness, holding back our hearts until we're enough. But here is the raw, undeniable truth. You are already worthy. You are already deserving of kindness and respect, not despite your struggles, but because you are human, whole with your messiness and your beauty intertwined. To deny that is to deny your very soul. True strength does not come from pretending everything is fine. It is born from facing your truth, even when it's tangled, raw, and unfinished. Imagine the courage it takes to look at your reflection and say, I am enough, even when the shadows of doubt or pain press heavy on your chest. Picture the gentle power in acknowledging your wounds without shame, allowing yourself to be fragile and fierce all at once. There is a story, deep and quiet, of someone swallowed by the darkness of depression, a weight so suffocating it felt like the end. Yet instead of turning away, they chose to sit with the pain. They wrote down their fears, breathed into the stillness through meditation, and slowly, day by day, they walked through that darkness. Not to escape it, but to emerge transformed, stronger, wiser, and deeply connected to their own resilience. Here's a simple yet profound act you can do each night. Write down one thing you did well today. It can be tiny, a kind word, a moment of patience, just showing up. These small acknowledgments are seeds of self-love, planting a garden of healing in your heart. Self-love is not vanity or selfishness. It is the fertile soil where every healing begins, where every dream takes root. When you embrace yourself, fully and fiercely, with all your imperfections, you light a fire inside that no storm can extinguish. This is the true power of spirit, the unstoppable force that says, I am here, I am enough, and I will keep rising. Living in the present, the only place where life truly happens. To live fully in the present moment is one of the most powerful signs of a strong mind. It means you're not shackled by the chains of the past, nor paralyzed by fears of the future. Instead, you stand firmly in the now, where real life unfolds. So often, we lose ourselves in distractions, eating meals without tasting them, speaking words without truly listening, scrolling through life as if it were a blur. These moments slip away unnoticed, like sand through our fingers. leaving us disconnected from the richness of experience. But what if you chose to be fully here? What if you made a simple practice of bringing your attention back, focusing on the taste and texture as you eat, feeling the rhythm of your breath, truly hearing the person in front of you, even noticing when your mind wanders and gently guiding it back? This is not just mindfulness, it's reclaiming your life. Because the present moment is the only place where change begins. Healing takes root, and growth flourishes. It's your sanctuary, your power center, the stage where your story is written. When you live in the present, you become alive in every sense, open, aware, and ready to embrace whatever comes next with courage and grace. Here, in the now, is where your true power lies. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your journey is sacred and unique. Your path is yours alone, and your timing is sacred. No two lives unfold in the same way, and that's the profound beauty of our existence. Each person grows, struggles, and flourishes on their own unique timeline, shaped by experiences that no one else can fully understand. Yet so often, we fall into the trap of comparison, measuring our beginnings against someone else's middle, or our struggles against someone else's success. This silent habit chips away at our confidence, steals our peace, and clouds the clarity of who we truly are. Comparing yourself to others is like trying to race a river against the wind. It only leaves you exhausted, frustrated, and disconnected from your own strength. It robs you of focus and causes you to lose sight of your personal victories, no matter how small they may seem. When you constantly look outward to measure your worth, you miss the beautiful progress happening quietly within you. Think about the sunflower and the bamboo tree. The sunflower bursts into bloom quickly, vibrant, radiant, and undeniable. In contrast, the bamboo spends years beneath the surface, its roots digging deep and steady before it even shows any visible growth. For years, it seems like nothing is happening, but then suddenly it shoots up, towering over the forest with astonishing speed and strength. Neither plant is better than the other. They simply grow on their own schedule, in their own way. This metaphor holds a vital lesson. Your growth is happening even if it doesn't look like what others show on the outside. You may be in the quiet, unseen phase of laying down roots, building a foundation that will support a future bloom stronger than you ever imagined. Trust in your process. Embrace your pace. Remember, growth is never a straight line, and progress often hides in patience, resilience, and small daily efforts. Here's a powerful action to reclaim your peace. Start by unfollowing or distancing yourself from those who stir feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. Curate your environment to protect your mental space. Then, commit to celebrating your own small wins. Whether it's getting out of bed on a tough day, finishing a task you procrastinated on, or simply being kinder to yourself in moments of struggle. Write them down, acknowledge them, and let these moments build your confidence like bricks in a sturdy wall. Your journey is yours alone. You don't have to rush, compete, or compare. The most important growth is the kind that strengthens your roots so deeply that when your moment to bloom comes, it will be unstoppable and breathtaking. Believe in yourself, honor your unique rhythm, and keep moving forward. The world needs your authentic light. Shine it proudly. The practice of gratitude, finding beauty even in pain. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a powerful way of seeing, the ability to recognize beauty even amidst hardship, to find light where others see only darkness. It transforms our experience, shifting our focus from what's missing to what remains, from loss to possibility. Imagine two people who both lose their jobs. One crumbles under the weight of despair, overwhelmed by fear and uncertainty. The other chooses a different path. They look inside, acknowledge the pain, but also see a chance to rebuild, to start fresh, to grow. What sets them apart is not luck or circumstance, but the mindset of gratitude. The one who embraces gratitude finds strength and peace that fuel resilience and new beginnings. Here's a simple but profound exercise. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for, big or small, obvious or hidden. They could be the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or the breath that fills your lungs. Each night, say aloud a sentence of gratitude, sealing the day with acknowledgement and appreciation. This daily practice rewires your brain, training it to notice the good, even when challenges loom large. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it softens its edges and builds a fortress of mental toughness. It roots you in the present, helping you weather storms with calm and courage. When you nurture gratitude, you invite peace into your heart and strength into your spirit. No matter what life throws your way, start today. Let gratitude be the quiet power that lifts you, the lens through which you see your world, and the anchor that keeps you steady in the fiercest status wheel. Letting go of what you cannot control. Freedom lies in wisdom. So much mental exhaustion comes from trying to control what is simply beyond our reach. We waste precious energy wrestling with circumstances, people, or outcomes that no amount of effort can change. Picture this. You're stuck in a traffic jam. One person rages, clenches their fists, lets frustration consume them. Their mind becomes a storm of anger and helplessness. Another breathes deeply, accepts the situation, and uses the time to reflect or simply be present. Though both face the same traffic, their inner worlds couldn't be more different. True strength is knowing where your power lies, in what you can control, and having the courage to release what you cannot. This distinction is the gateway to peace. Here's a practice for you. Whenever stress rises, pause and ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, remind yourself gently to let it go. Releasing doesn't mean giving up or being weak. It means being wise, saving your energy for what truly matters, for actions within your reach. Letting go is not surrender to chaos. It is reclaiming your calm, your focus, and your freedom. It's a radical act of self-love and intelligence that transforms overwhelm into clarity and peace. Big changes begin with small steps. Everyone dreams of making huge transformations in their life, but often overlook the tiny daily actions that quietly build those big changes. It's not the giant leap, but the small, consistent steps that shape your future. There's a powerful saying, small changes done daily lead to massive transformation. Imagine learning just 5 new English words each day, doing 5 push-ups, or speaking 1 brave sentence out loud. These tiny efforts might seem insignificant on their own, but together they steer your life's course like subtle adjustments to a ship's rudder. Small today, yet powerful enough to change your entire journey. Think about this. Success rarely happens overnight. It's crafted brick by brick, that habit by habit. Try sleeping 30 minutes earlier, waking up 10 minutes sooner, or swapping 1 negative thought for a positive one each day. These simple shifts accumulate, creating unstoppable momentum. Remember, the path to greatness isn't paved by giant strides alone, but by the quiet persistence of small, meaningful actions repeated day after day. Embrace the power of the small and watch your life transform beyond what you imagined possible. Life is not about waiting for miracles from the outside world. It's a journey of discovering the power within yourself. Every thought, every small action contributes to who you are and the future you will build. When you learn to master your mindset, cultivate discipline, turn pain into motivation, set clear goals, and fully live in the present moment, you open the door to true freedom and lasting happiness. Never forget that each small step and every positive change you make daily gradually leads you to a stronger, freer version of yourself. The most important life lesson is this: you have the power to change the world inside you, and the outside world will change accordingly. Trust your own journey, persevere, and keep moving forward no matter the obstacles. If you found this podcast helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Let's grow together and create the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for listening.